back to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. It's Erica with you today, and today I'm going to show you how I made a birthday card that we made for a recent Instagram hop to celebrate the one and only Bindu, the maker and the brains behind the Crafty Meraki. So I got in my hands here some goodies. So I've already used the Parisienne Slimline Meraki pear dye on a piece of cardstock, and I've also got some yummy purple inks in Soft Lilac, Candy Violet and Regal Kiss from Pinkfresh Studio. The reason this is going to be very purple is because that happens to be Bindu's favorite color. So, you know, best way to make the birthday girl happy is to obviously make something pretty with her favorite color. So I am using some blender brushes here, but I think when it comes to ink blending, you need to definitely pick something that you know works for you, because if you're working with a tool that you kind of don't get on with, you're probably not going to get the best results. So do yourself a favor, be very honest with yourself, and then spend your money on that. There's no need to go and buy all of the tools if you know what you like. So stick with that. And then you might see that there is like ink on the lid here. So what I do is that I cover my brush with ink and then I tap off the excess on the lid. So then when I need a really soft blend, like you can see like towards the end there, because I kind of want to fade that towards white, I can go to the lid, tap on a little bit of ink there, and help me get that really smooth, soft blend. I do also feel like, especially in the beginning, because the brush I'm using for Regal Kiss is actually brand new, so I've never used this one before. It just helps me get a very even cover, which is also integral to good, smooth ink blending. So you can see here, I'm going back and forth, and I started with the lightest color, and then I went to the other end. I started, so my second color is the darkest, and then I'm using the middle color to kind of bridge the gap between the two. So I'm doing this because I want to create a bit of, well, actually not a bit, quite a dramatic ombre effect. And why not? It is one of my favorite ways of adding color, because you kind of feel like you get more color in one. Yes? Only me? Okay. So we are going to be using the gorgeous Reason to Smile image for the actual card. And I am going to heat emboss this in gold on some vellum. And as mentioned on, if you can see this on the screen, I always use a anti-static tool whenever I heat emboss, even if I'm using Wow embossing powders, because I have really oily, sticky fingers, and I also live in a humid climate, so I feel like I need to have that extra help for sure. Then I trimmed off the excess, because I only want, you know, as much as I need for my image, obviously. And vellum is a bit of a, it's like gold, isn't it? You know, you don't want to waste it, do you? No. So I'm popping that into my MISTI, and then I'm going to get my embossing ink out, and I'm going to make sure that I cover my stamp really well. And then we're going to put the lid down and firmly press one time. Then we're going to lift the lid, and we're going to make sure our piece is exactly where it's supposed to go, and then we're going to do it again, because I really want to make sure that that stamp is going to get a good coverage of ink, so that I can get a good coverage of my embossing powder. And here is another tip top tip trick to get good heat embossing. Make sure that your heat tool is preheated. So don't turn it on and go straight in there. Make sure that you set it aside, let it run for a little while, and then you'll get some really good results. This is particularly important when you are heat embossing on vellum, because with vellum, it often warps if you're not careful. So you need to have your tool really hot so you can kind of sweep across it, and make sure that you keep an eye on your vellum, because once it warps, that's it. It's done. You can't fix it. You can't unwarp it. It's also a good idea to let it cool down a little bit before you then fussy cut or die cut this or your image out. And I'm using some scissors here because I don't actually have the die cut for this stamp set, but it is on its way, and I will for sure use that next time because a fussy cutter I am not. No, no, no. It's a birthday card, so I'm like, okay, let's add some shimmer. And I do like doing this by adding watercolor splatters. And I have this box, so it's just, it was a box something came in, I can't even remember what it was. And it's just to kind of keep my floor and my work surface protected. And obviously you can just kind of use your box that your Crafty Meraki order came in. Why not? And whilst that is drying, we are going to use the Happy Birthday word dies. And I'm using this on some fabulously textured gold cardstock. So this is kind of like a linen texture, so it gives a little extra something something. And we are only going to be using the actual word itself. We're not going to use either one of the shadow bits. So that's why it doesn't really matter that they didn't come out very well. So the word itself is the only thing. And then as I was puzzling this together, I realized that it the happy birthday kind of blended into the whole thing a little bit too much. So my solution was to cut out another happy birthday in some purple cardstock and lay these two up so that the purple part is kind of almost leaving a bit of a shadow. And the reason I used purple is obviously because it is the birthday girl's favorite color. I do really like how it looks with black or white cardstock. So depending on what the rest of the color scheme is for your card, this is such an easy thing to do to kind of elevate your card designs a little bit. For vellum, it is really tricky to find a truly invisible adhesive. So if the best thing to do really is to use a bit of double-sided tape and go along whatever you have stamped or heat embossed. So it kind of helps to disguise the heat embossing or the adhesive on the other side. And then of course we have our fabulous sparkles. So I couldn't just add one or two because, you know, it is a birthday card. And whenever can you go sparkly nuts if not for birthday cards, right? It's celebrations. So, you know, I don't even want to kind of count how many I've used here. So it's a good thing that there are so many that come in these like little pots because I love, love, love them. And I have used a little bit of the Nuvo Adhesive Deluxe adhesive to add these. I do like that it's really liquid and it doesn't kind of come flowing out of the tube. It's easy to work with and it gives you that little bit of extra time to kind of fix your placement just in case you're a little bit accident prone like I am. But with that, the card is almost ready. So the only thing you need to do is have a card base and an envelope and a little bit of a birthday greeting and go in the mail to the birthday girl herself. I really, really hope you've enjoyed this video, and it's not too late to join in the Instagram hop over on Instagram as well. I will make sure I link that down below, along with some affiliate links to the items I've used. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. See you soon again. Bye!